Welcome to the Nobody Safe podcast. Today we are talking about Mississippi State as part of our series where we're previewing some of the best college football teams in the country. Mississippi State returns Mike Leach, which is the biggest returner of all the coach, because this guy is known for his air raid offense, and he's an offensive guru, and he coaches offensive juggernauts wherever he goes. And a big thing for Mike Leach is he gets the returner Will Rogers at quarterback. Will Rogers had a fantastic year last year, and one will only know that, one more year with Leach, Will Rogers that much better. Okay? So then, another guy the only guy that I don't really like that they actually lost was their top receiver. And a lot of y'all are saying, well, without McKay, whatever his name is, Polk. I watched a lot of this guy's highlights. He plays for the Baltimore Ravens now. I wish he had a quarterback in the NFL because I think he's a great receiver. However, although he did take up 105 of the receptions for 1,000 yards, Mike Leach is known for replacing receivers. It's next man up, and they will be fine. Okay? So, as far as returning starters, they are returning 8 starters on the offense, 8 starters on the defense, as well as their entire defensive line, and they get to keep Jet Johnson, who, just has a great name, obviously, and he's just a great wheel linebacker and led the team in tackles last year. So they get to keep that big guy on the defense to carry them through, along with their top, player on the offense as their quarterback. All right, so let's jump more into this. Will Rogers last year had 4,739 yards, 36 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. He completed 73.9% of his passes, which it's par for the course for Mike Leach. A lot of people are ooh and ah over that, but whenever you've been watching Mike Leach in Texas Tech country, and he did the same thing at Wazoo with a lot of these guys, whoever plays quarterback is going to have a great season. The more years and more experience they get with Mike Leach, the better they're going to be. Will Rogers will be no different. He'll be fine. The receiving core will be fine. Running backs don't really matter in this offense as much. I mean, we are in the SEC, so it's going to be a little bit harder to run. But in Mike Leach's offense, they're going to throw the air raid. And when they do run, they're going to be massive holes for people to run through. They do return both of their starting running backs on that side of the ball. So they're fine at running back. They're fine on offense. They're fine on defense. They should improve with one more year with the quarterback and the coach. But now, let's see how it goes with last season's schedule. Who did they play? Who did they beat? Let's just go from there. So game number 1, which is a little concerning, Louisiana Tech, they only won 35-34. They did beat NC State, which was a big win, 24-10. They lost to Memphis, 29-31. They're playing a lot of really close games. LSU, they fight to stay in there, 28-25. They beat Texas A&M 26-22. Alabama blows them up 9-49. They beat Vanderbilt as well. If you should, everyone should beat Vanderbilt. They beat Kentucky. They lost to Arkansas. They beat Auburn, Tennessee State, and then they lost to Ole Miss. And then they got to play Texas Tech. They got to play Mike Leach's old team in the bowl game and got stomped. Bowl games don't matter. Who cares? But, man, what a great showing against some great teams, some big blue blood programs that they beat, some people that, tough teams that they beat. So the over-under for this team this year is 6.5. Let's take a look at their schedule. Let's see who their cupcakes are. See how many cupcakes they got. They got Memphis. I don't think Memphis beats them twice. But I guess we can't call them a cupcake because they beat them the year before. They got Arizona. They're going to beat them. They're going to beat Bowling Green. They are going to beat East Tennessee State. So they have 3 easy games. 3. I still think they beat Memphis. LSU, that's going to be a tough one. That's in Baton Rouge. I doubt they beat Texas A&M. They might beat Arkansas. Let's give them Arkansas. They're not going to beat Alabama. Auburn's going to be tough. They're not going to beat Georgia. Ole Miss is going to be tough. They have to find 2 wins. They have to beat 2 of these teams: Ole Miss, Georgia, Auburn, Alabama, Kentucky, Texas A&M, LSU. They got to come up with 2 wins in that. You know what? I think they do. I say you take the over with Mississippi State. And, count your cash and leave down in the comments. Maybe even throw us a bone whenever you make all this money from these predictions. Nobody's safe. Make sure you like and subscribe.